Fuck. Unless you want to split. Oh, hey,
We are live.
we're
What's
live.
up,
Holy.
everybody?
That
What's
was
going
quick.
on?
Wait,
Yes,
get the music on.
get the music.
Nah, I'm just messing. Okay. Wait, we got Marco on. That's the welcome.
Guys, it's the Watch Cardinal. I'm not changing the name. I like the name Watch Card. It's cool. You know what I
We
mean? We
want to
got
see the
Meta
watch
certified.
cardinal fly, right, guys?
Right. Chan Wang saying the community is here. The community.
The community.
We got One Bone for Life joining us. William Money, thank you for joining us. William watches podcast saying, "Hey Marco, hope you're well, man." And then Meta saying, "Is today the day we christen Caliber Marco?" I do like that name,
Dude,
Tim.
I like that. You know what it is? It'll take a little bit of time to get used to it,
Right.
but it's awesome.
Just want to say shout out to Andres Breguet, who is allowing us to be able to go to London. Andres, thank you so much, man. Your support means everything. He says, "I'll be back in a while. Good work, my friend." No worries at all. We got, hey, everyone, from Mr. Casio. Thank you for joining. Time check. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. DJ DuPont saying, "This is amazing." That's right, guys. 12-hour streams. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all
That's
about.
Just half of it. That's just half of it.
Right. We got Tim Wright trying to sell free space.
Oh, no.
Nice one. That's what
I
it's all
do
about.
like this meme. It's the funniest thing ever. Don't you
Right.
think? I mean, it cracks me up every time I think about this.
Right. JCP say time to watch as a new name. I like Watch Cardinal Caliber Marco are my two favorite. We got Ali Reza, Watch Sasquatch on Instagram, who you see on the fridge.
There you
He's
go.
joining us today. Thank you so much.
The fridge.
There you go.
By the way, you know what's really funny? He bought half of it, and now I'm getting emails. People want to buy fridge space.
Here you go, guys. JB laid down the hammer. He said, "Leave the name the way it is, guys. It's staying the way it is.
Ooh.
It's staying the way it is." We got Archie 101 joining us. Thank you for joining. Monk NYC. Hi, Marco and Tim. Welcome.
That's Archie Luxury's
his alt account, right? It's his alt account. We got Shot in the Dark joining us. Thank you, Shot. Hope you're well. Mr. GMT. Hope you're well, my man. We got Time Check. Great show. We got Renee De La Pans. Thanks for joining. And we got Juco Ted. And Tony Wallace saying watch and learn. No, well, I had watch and learn, right? But we kind of canned it. So, yeah. Nah, let's just let it be. And we got Wesley Koo also joining us.
Just to point it out, if you were going to rebrand, this would be this is the last chance you got to do it. So.
Here we go. Archie 101. I'm not Archie Luxury for bike's sake.
Of course, yeah. But yeah, when you say it that way, it just makes it more convinced that it is Archie.
I think the best name is Caliber Marco, but I like Watch Cardinals. It's just cool, you know what I mean? It's just cool. I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it the way it is. Guys, if you haven't already, please be sure to like the video, guys. Please be sure to like the video. It really goes a long way to helping me. I know we got 90 people watching, 92 now. People are pouring in. Be sure to like the video on your way, and I really do appreciate that. But, yeah, Tim, it's been a pretty crazy past few days, streaming every day, like 12 hours a day nonstop. Man, I felt like crypto crap yesterday. Man, that vaccine really hit me, but luckily I'm feeling better.
Hey, man, I remember. Does your arm still feel numb, or are you good?
Yeah, it's still like a little bit like, it's like heavy, but.
Like somebody punched you in the arm,
right? Exactly.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good. I mean, the community is freaking amazing.
Right. It's what it's all about.
Man, what are you most excited about?
The London Watch Show. Yeah. No question. 100%. I'm looking forward to the London Watch Show so much. We got a great question saying, what's something good to get for $7,000? That's a great question. $7,000 is.
It's an integrated chronograph territory.
Like I would get something that's cheaper. To me, I would get, because you can't really get Rolex, right, for 7,000. I don't think so.
You can push for 8,000. You can get a Milgauss black dial.
Right, but
I would do.
I would do Polar Seamaster, white dial Seamaster with the black ceramic bezel on the bracelet. Right, you don't have to spend the full amount, and you could get 2-piece combo deal, right? You get the Polar Seamaster, and you get the Longines Big Eye chronograph that we had pulled up earlier. Let me pull that up. So you get a diver, you get a chronograph. So Omega Seamaster.
It's weird how at 7,000 there's very few things in there, and then you have to go to like 11 or 12.
Right.
something.
7 is kind of a weird territory where you don't get something like super premium, but
Dude,
you get.
You used to be able to get Explorer 2s here, Milgausses,
Right.
Explorer 1s, Air Kings, all kinds of great Rolexes in this territory, and now it's just dead zone.
I would get this, and then I would get the Longines Big Eye Chronograph. That's the two I would get 2 for, like a 2-for-1 deal.
Combo meal deal.
Right. Bucket of chicken. There you go. Those are the two.
Damn.
Hope that answers your question, man. I hope that answers your question. We got a newbie watch guy saying, "Good evening, lads. You're ruining my life, but it's okay. Glad you guys are enjoying the stream." Caliber YQG. Join us. Say you guys are streaming animals. There we go. Thank you so much. Yo, great show. We got Climb Farmer. Very nice. William Money asking, new or used? Always use, guys. Always use. 100%. Always.
Unless you can get something from the AD. So like if your AD carries an Omega and Rolex, and you can get that Seamaster and then a guaranteed Steel Sports, then get the new.
Right.
You have to be a cool guy. You have to be mad chill with your AD. Don't stress them out. Don't stress yourself out. You have to know your stuff. If you're watching the streams, like I have a few people who watch the streams, and as you keep watching, you gain a little bit of knowledge. You don't have to know everything about watches, but just that bare minimum, that enthusiasm. The AD they can sense it, and they'll give you some good stuff. So
we got a nice super chat here from DJ DePond with a €5 saying, "I wear 36 mil OP for daily and the mil for special. Sometimes Tudor or tag. Tim, no worries about 36 millimeter. Wear what you like what you wear."
I'm
well
on
said.
the mission, Marco. I'm on the mission to convince Nico that the Explorer 136 mil is the most manly watch that a man can wear. Just wait, I am an influencer.
Right. I appreciate the support greatly. Thank you so much, DJ DePont. And listen, well said. You got to buy what you like at the end of the day. Personally, I don't like those smaller, kind of more conservative sizes. I think 38 to 42 is really the range that I really like. Obviously, apart from my Pan, but yeah. Listen, you got to just buy what you like. We got Detroit Spartan saying 7,000 no-brainer ceramic gray side of the moon. That's also a good pick. We got Carmichael Watch joining us. And we got Emad Atia, who actually just recently won the Bosphorus Leather watch roll giveaway. So I'm going to be giving away a watch roll to Emad. Congratulations again to Emad. And I just want to say thank you so much for the super chat. Really, really appreciate it. I'm going to get those shipped out as soon as possible. This streaming gig is not easy to find time to go to the fucking post office. Like, never stop. He's asking thoughts on Glashütte Original. Check out the 70s line, please. So, listen, I like Glashütte. It's not my favorite brand in the world. I think for the price, you can get a lot of watch. But that's not to say they don't make a great watch either. The 70s range is just not my style. I prefer the 60s range instead. I don't know what you think, Tim.
Oh man, it's kind of like, it looks like a Aquanaut, kinda a little bit. I mean, look.
Right, it's that TV kind of style.
But and then like if the dial was round, it would have been like Aquanaut. Think about it, right? It's kind of Aquanaut. And the bracelet is integrated bracelet. It's got that. I think they're pushing it a little bit too hard.
Listen, I don't dislike it. Like this one right here, I don't dislike. It's just, it's not my favorite. You know what I mean? Like, but at the end of the day, I mean, we just
so heavy.
Right. It's not cheap either.
Yo, you can like murder someone with that thing easily on your wrist. I tried it on. It's heavy. If you're a big guy, then no problem. Like Stefano could probably rock this easily, but the square shape really feels like you have to be a little bit older. It's like 50 years and maybe even 60 years and above, right? Like think about it. It's like it's the old TV style.
Right, the TV kind of shape, right?
Yeah.
Same with this.
It has to match the person again, right? Like there is individuals out there on whom this watch would look freaking amazing. I just don't think it's the current what's really hyped right now.
Thank you again, Imad. I hope that answers your question. Again, I prefer the 60s range, and Glashütte is a great brand. So, if they're what tickles your fancy, by all means, please go after it, We got Night Wristwatchman, fellow viewer of the show for both our streams, big supporter to both me and Tim, saying can't wait to meet the crew in London. Guys, I can't wait to meet all of you guys. We got Logan Hall joining. Hello, welcome, Logan. We got Woody Jag with a £5 super chat saying, hi, Marco and Tim, moved over from Nico stream. I appreciate that greatly. Thank you so much for the £5 super chat. It really goes a long way to helping me. So thanks a lot. And thank you for joining us, man. Appreciate that. Hope you're subscribed also to Tim Wright and, of course, Gentleman's Hangout, or guy JJ, right? Gentleman's Hangout.
Check out
He's actually doing the after show today. He's doing the after show. Woody Jag, thank you again. Really appreciate that super chat. And we got Ali Reza. What's up, Ali? I hope you're well, my man. Guys, be sure to follow watch_Sasquatch on Instagram. He said 7K is level idea for pre-owned Breguet, JLC, Breitling, and Panerai. Lots of good deals to be had. Yeah, 100%. Oh, yeah. A Breguet Marine. That's one we never think of, right? But Breguet Marine, that's an amazing watch. Breitling, you can get the Premier B01, that Panda chronograph for $7,000. That's another great. That's a better one and done maybe than the two of them combined, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of like $15,000 Breguets, JLCs, Breitlings that drop to like $7,000 on the pre-owned.
Right. They really sink like a stone, unfortunately. But it's fortunate for us buyers, right?
Oh yeah.
Right.
And I just sometimes we don't think about those brands. So it's really good. This, by the way, watch Sasquatch. He bought half my fridge.
Right.
What a legend.
Right. But yeah, for sure, watch Sasquatch. No question about it. I think all those brands are definitely worthy of any person's collection. There's some really good deals to be had on those kind of watches. I didn't even think of them personally, which is, I mean, listen, it just goes to show you guys, sometimes you can't win them all, right? There's some great picks to be had for $7,000. I think those are great.
Is my volume low?
I hear you okay, but maybe you could turn it up just a notch.
What the hell?
We got SB joining us. He said, oh my God, I'm so happy you're streaming. You both have come so far. I'm so proud of you. I watched some old Archie streams. What a run. What a run indeed.
Amazing.
I got you. We got Anne on her own time reminding everybody to make sure to hit that like button, everybody. Please be sure to like the stream.
Yeah, can you hear me now? Yeah? Yeah, there we go.
We got Mike. Thank you again. I just want to say to Watch Sasquatch, thank you again for the super chat. I really, really greatly appreciate that. It's very kind of you. We got Mike Cowan with the £5 saying, so is London Watch Show a sure thing? I'd go, but none of my mates are into watches. So as far as we know, Tim, right, it's definitely happening. There's no question that it's happening, right?
Yeah, so the way it seems right now, it's happening 100%. It's happening. The problem is whether Canadians will be able to enter as freely as people from United States.
Right.
So the way it stands right now, I'm gonna be there 100%. There is question with Marco. If there is a what's it called, the quarantine, then he'll just have to bank the credit and use it sometime in the future. And I said if he can't go right now, then once the restrictions are lifted, we'll go and we'll shoot another video. We'll meet up Nico. Maybe we'll go to Northern Ireland, right?
Right.
So whatever this contribution is, people will get their bang per buck.
Right. Worst comes to worst, I will use the credit for something else. No question about it. And yeah, 100%. We got CB joining us. He's saying nice brand, ugly specimen on the All right. Thank you again, Mike Cowan. Really appreciate the kind super chat. Thanks so much. Jesus, these chats are going fast and furious. They're coming in fast and furious. We got Raj G with a £5. Thank you so much. He said, Marco, I forgot which day you said you're going to do the new Messina lab review. Which day are you guys going to be at the London Watch Show, Saturday/Sunday? So firstly, the Messina lab review, we're doing it, me and JJ, on the Watch and Learn. So we do a live stream every Friday where we recap the kind of weekly watch news that's going on. We're probably going to do it on JJ's channel. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it for sure. And which days are we going to the London Watch Show? Saturday or Sunday? We're gonna be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, right?
Yes.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So yeah.
100%. Sunday we're leaving. I'm leaving at 6, and Mark.
I'm leaving at 2, so I gotta be out of there. Like I gotta be at the airport probably by 12 because I have no idea where I'm going. So I need to give myself like enough time, or at least probably even 11. I would, Worst comes to worst, I'll wait at the airport. I don't want to risk anything. But thank you, Raj. Appreciate the super chat greatly. That's very kind of you. Alexito with the €5.50. Thank you so much. He says, guys, I have no time to stay in the chat, but do you consider inviting Jenny L for Germany? So we've asked, right? But unfortunately, she doesn't really like doing these kind of live stream kind of gigs, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's all about time.
Right.
Give us a little bit more time. Seeing us with Nico, it's gonna make it a little bit more legitimate. People don't bigger YouTubers. They don't want to come here without like. It's hard, like why they're busy people, and seeing that this show like I think William Money pointed out like 20. There was only 20 people watching just a couple
Right.
months ago. So I mean, we worked hard, and I think just give us another
Right.
year, and we'll probably going to be
Mhm.
collaborating with all these guys. So
Right.
it's hard.
Listen,
It's hard.
as it's not easy, guys. You think you see the right? Something that Watch Eric said yesterday. You guys see the end result, but this has been like 8 months of building up streaming every single day for like 6, 7 hours, 8 hours, and now we're doing like 12-hour days.
Yeah.
So trust me, it's not easy. Don't get me wrong. I
Where's
love being in this position, but you're seeing the end product, but it certainly was a long journey to get here. So Alexito, thank you a lot for the super chat. Of course, if Jenny L's ever in the chat, you're more than welcome on the stream. We got Mr. Casio with a $5 super chat saying, congrats to JJ on the after show. Is anyone going to the New York City watch show in October? Go ahead, Tim.
I will be there. Yeah, I already bought the tickets. JJ, I think he didn't buy the tickets yet. I'm trying to convince him to come. Most likely he's gonna be there because I mean the show is going great right now, so
Right.
there's no reason for him not to come. I live in New York City, so there's no excuse. There's no excuse.
Right. So yeah, I'd love to go to this, but the problem is probably going to be dead in the middle of my midterms. So unless I'm doing like remote schooling again, like last semester, which I doubt it. I think they want us to return to campus. Unfortunately, because I really liked working from school. You make your own schedule, and I can, kind of study any
Stream
time
in
of day.
between.
But
Yeah.
yeah, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to return to campus, which kind of sucks. So I probably won't be able to do the New York City
You got
watch
one
show.
more year? How long?
I got December. I graduate in December. I have
Oh,
four
okay.
classes. It's gonna be a
Wow.
chill semester. 4 classes. It's really not
Cool.
much. We got Emad Mattia with a $50 super chat. My man, Emad, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. We got Watch Sasquatch joining us. Thank you. How are you,
Wow.
man?
What's up, guys?
Ali, how's it going?
I'm just tired. I got a bit of a reprieve before my next set of Zoom meetings. I thought I'd join for a little while.
Hey,
Appreciate you joining. I just want to
always
say
nice to see you.
thank you so much to Emad. Very, very nice of you for the generous contribution. I will be shipping out the Bosphorus watch roll hopefully this week. Like, there's no reason why I shouldn't be shipping it out this week, but Jesus Christ. Like, I wasn't joking when I said Nico called me. I literally had just woken up like maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes at most. No shirt on. I'm like, Nico, what the fuck? Like, he's like, are you ready for a live stream? I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's get started. But I didn't feel good at all yesterday. But Emad, thank you again. I appreciate the really nice super chat, $50. I'll be sure to get Tim a drink in London. Thank you so much. Woody Jag with a £5 says, I'm subscribed to Tim, JJ, in fact, all of you. I hope you enjoy your visit to my country and London. I hope we all make you feel welcome. Thank you so much, man. Whew, that's very kind. I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait. It's going to be so good. Tim, I'll be devastated if the watch show gets canceled or it's not open for the borders. I'll be actually pissed.
I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear
Listen,
this
positive thoughts,
speculation,
guys.
man.
Positive thoughts.
Positive thought. Because if we think positive, it's going to happen.
Right. We got B. Bardsley with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Guys, Bardsley has a great YouTube channel. He's been covering a lot of the drama, the situation, as we'll call it. We don't call it, what it is anymore. We'll call it the situation. But yeah, guys, be sure to check out his channel. Awesome YouTuber. He says, keep it going, guys. You guys are the future. I appreciate that, Bardsley. That's very kind of you. We got Perth Luxury with a $5 super chat. I hope you're doing well, my man, Perth. Really appreciate that. He says, Tim, thanks for the comments on my stream. Us Aussies can't attend HMP Fortress Australia. Did you see your merch store? Did you see my boot in vid?
Yeah, some great stuff. Man, Perth had a host on, and they were analyzing the stream. They were doing post-stream analysis. That's like next level stuff.
Play by play.
Right, yeah. There's like a stream, and then it's like so. This is what you see. You see here is Archie going for this kind of swing, and they're doing it in slow motion.
Get that ESPN top 10 plays of the week
It was
music going.
Yes. Oh my god, I love these guys. Guys, Check out Perth Luxury YouTube channel. it's, it's
Be
funny.
sure to check it out. Yeah, Perth is a great guy. He's been covering obviously the Olympics. He's got watches and scotches. A lot of great content on his YouTube channel, and he's a very kind and generous contributor to both me and Tim. Perth, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that super chat. It will help me a long way because, guys, this London trip, let me tell you, Tim, I broke his focus until this YouTube money comes in. I'm broke as focus. Like I am.
And they take a decent clip of that, right? And then
they take like
30 days or 60 days?
Well, it's like I haven't received the verification
The
code, right? Right. I need to get that letter first.
He has to get confirmed first. And then to get the confirmation letter, it takes about 4 to 6 weeks. And once you get the confirmation letter, after that, it takes like another 30 days. It's going to be a while.
And the tax stuff is going to be fun at the end of the year.
And then the tax is like 50% for me because the YouTube takes 30% and then US tax take like another 15 or something. So it becomes like 50. Yeah, it's pretty brutal. Yeah. So if you guys want to contribute, just use the PayPal. That's a lot better. Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much. We got Ivan's. Yeah. If again, no pressure on anybody. You know what I mean? Like we'll figure it out. We got Ivan's childhood with a $10 super chat saying, "Greetings from a fellow Montrealer. I just want to say merci beaucoup de regarder mes vidéos en direct. J'apprécie ça beaucoup et merci beaucoup. J'aime que j'ai des Montréalais qui regardent mes vidéos. Alors c'est super bien. Merci encore et ouais, merci pour le super chat. Merci pour le super chat. Super." And he's got an amazing watch. Look at that watch. He's got a Longa Datograph Perpetual. That salmon dial. Whew, that's the Longa equivalent to the 5270p. Thank you again, Ivan's Childhood. $10 super chat. Greatly appreciated. We got Meta Certified Kurt A with $2. He said, "What's your degree in caliber, Marco?" I'm a Bachelor of Commerce. I'm doing a Bachelor of Commerce. My major is marketing. My minor is finance. So, yeah, that's my degree. That's my degree. But thank you again for the $2 super chat, Kurt. Very, very much appreciated. We got Ray Majuro with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Ray. Much appreciated. Tim, please don't post on your site these upcoming events with details. What is this London stuff? Please post on your site these upcoming events with details. What is this London stuff? New York event details. I don't know if you guys post this info. I can't watch 20 hours a day to stay informed. Okay. So let me pull it up, right? The London Watch Show.
I'm going to post this right now. So
Tim,
yes.
you email the London Watch Show and you say for $50, they can buy a quarter of your fridge to post their details.
Here we go, guys. This is it. The London Watch Show. It's the 18th and the 19th of September. Is that the Friday and Saturday?
No, it's
Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, wait. So there's no show on Friday?
No, there is no. But we have to fly in, get the shots. We need to get the test.
Right, the test. It's true.
Yeah, and then and it's on Sunday. It's like in the morning. Sunday is whole day, but it's Saturday. It's in the evening, I think.
So
Sunday's the whole day. So we're missing Sunday.
No. Sunday is like for whole day, but we're gonna be there for as long as we can stay. It's until 8.
And Marco's from an amber country, so he has to promise to quarantine for 10 days in the same location, which is going to mean the hotel.
Right, which is a good thing. You know what I mean? The good thing is at least it's going to be in that same hotel. But yeah, I'm really hoping that I'm really hoping they lift that ban, because ultimately it will kind of kill the experience. I won't be able to leave that hotel at all, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is, right? Ray, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. So if you need any details, londonwatchshow.com. The New York Watch Show, I'm not sure too much about the event because I'm not actually going to it, but even this, I do need to research a little bit more about it for sure, just to be informed and remain informed. We got Quicker Than Drawing with a $2 super chat. He says, y'all need to look at donorbox.org as an alternate. I think he means as PayPal, right? As a PayPal alternate. Oh, geez. Nico needs the link. Nico, I posted the link. Hold on. Let me post it again. I'm not doing this on purpose. And then, okay. But yeah, PayPal is great. There's nothing wrong with PayPal, I don't think. Yeah, all good.
I think DonorBox's recurring type of stuff is an alternative to Patreon as well that people like to use.
Right. Perth Luxury with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Says, not a problem, Marco. Young guys like you aren't made of money. I'm happy to chip in. Just be sure to give me the PO box details first. Yeah, it's true. Guys, I need to get a PO box because I know Perth wants to send me some stuff. And, there's a lot of really kind guys who want to send me stuff. So I don't want to give out my address to too many people. It's a recipe for disaster. Hello, Nico. How are you, man?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Thank you so much again, Perth. $5. Really appreciate that greatly. And we got Ivan's Childhood with another $10 super chat. He said, I just ordered a Soberly Onyx and an automation tortoise from Raul Pages. Let's pull this up. Hold on. Soberly Onyx.
I forgot where I parked my car.
Whoa. I've never even seen this. This is really nice. Hold on. Look at this. I don't even know this brand. This is new to me. But this looks amazing. I mean, look at the frosted bridges, the snailing on the ratchet wheel, the anglage, the interior angles right here.
It's very different. Very different.
This is really nice. The gold chatons. This is nice. I never knew about this. What's the price point on this? Let me look this up. I need to see the price point. Right. It's going to be... it's always at the bottom, right? Hopefully.
Yeah.
Listen, Kelly is absolutely amazing.
$50,000 US. Whew. That's not cheap, man. That is not cheap. I mean, listen, it's a great looking watch, though. I mean,
It is.
and you can tell the attention, because guys, the hardest finishing techniques are these. It's what's called interior beveling. This right here, that's the hardest, and you can see 1, 2, 3 bevels just here, and the finishing on this is really nice. So please do enjoy that. That's gorgeous. We got Mr. Casio and GCP joining us, and the other one, he said, an automation tortoise from Raul. An automation tortoise. Hold on. Oh, this is the pop. Oh, this is interesting. Look at this. This is kind of funky. This is different and cool.
What's Nico driving after selling his Porsche?
What?
A Ferrari?
No, it's a pink Fiat, mate.
A pink Fiat, yeah. Nice one. Ivan, thank you again. Fellow Montrealer, merci encore. J'apprécie ça. Super de voir que j'ai des Montréalais qui regardent mes vidéos. Super, merci encore. David H with the $100 super chat. $100. He says London calling. Cheers, guys. David.
The H, what a man.
David, thank you so much. It's going to help a lot. Thank you. Woo.
He's like
Man,
day one supporter, freaking
Right.
legend.
I really
David
appreciate that.
H.
David's such a big supporter for me and Tim, JJ, the crew. He's been watching us since the beginning.
Yeah.
Really, really appreciate it. Oh, man. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much, David. I appreciate that. Thank you to Imad. Thank you, of course, to Ivan, everybody who contributed. Watch Sasquatch. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing, guys. If I'm able to go to London, it's because of you guys. So thanks a lot. But, guys,
You're not-
what do we got on the wrist?
It's not an if, mate. What are you talking
Right.
about?
When I go to London, it's because of you guys. When I go to London, it's because of you. What do we think, guys? I got this watch, actually, from a viewer. He sent this to me. It's a limited edition of 99, because my birth year is 99. It's quartz. It's just cool. You know what I
Can you
mean?
put it full
Arabic
screen?
dial. Yeah, sure.
Is that a Casio or is that
No,
something different?
it's just it's for the Bahrain Watch Group, is what he told me. So you can make these kind of limited edition, just kind of customize it.
Huh.
I think I'm gonna wear this to the London Watch
neat.
Show. I'll wear this to the London.
Are we
Watch
getting a full wrist check in?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do
One
it. Let's do it.
second.
Because the watches are what it's all about, right?
Mr. Casio, I just seen you.
Oh.
There we go, guys. Nice. Thank you again, David. $100. London calling. Cheers. I really appreciate that, David. That's extremely kind and generous of you.
Ollie,
Really,
that's
really
the
appreciate
G-Shock we were talking about yesterday.
The titanium camo.
Yeah.
I have put this thing through hell, and everywhere it has whatever that finish is pristine. The only places it takes any marks is where that finish isn't. So whatever the hell they do with that ion bonded finish is amazing. Like this, it's taken hot shells off of rifles, handguns, tons of mud, hurricane stuff, and the only place it gets marked up is where there's not that finish.
Wow.
Otherwise, it looks dead new. I just spray it with a little bit of diluted dishwasher soap, and it looks dead new. I got the rainbow edition. My daughter calls it the Pride edition for her 2 months ago, and she just kicks the shit out of it. Looks fantastic.
Wow. And it's titanium, so it's got to be light?
It's extremely light. It's silly light. Every day, my day starts off wearing that, and then like days today got ahead of me, so I didn't get a chance to swap it.
Wow.
Look at this. We got 2 David H's in the chat. There can only be one. Said, I was here first. Oh, Chris is asking a good question. Can Marco not travel to the US and leave to UK via America? I don't think so. It's not the way that it works, guys. Because I have a Canadian passport, right?
Well, the
They'll
border,
see that I traveled.
Canadian, yeah, it's also, the border's still closed again.
We got another super chat from Mad Max 888 with $3. Says, gents, what's the favorite watch in your collection? I guess I could go first. Everybody probably knows the answer. It's the Bruce Wayne, guys. The Bruce Wayne. Right. Go ahead, Tim.
It's the Explorer too. You know, it really changed my view at watches. Like when I got it, I didn't really appreciate it, but you know, and I was really disappointed. That was the first watch I got, and it was, well, this was my second watch because I had the Submariner. I freaking loved the Submariner, and when I got this, I was really disappointed by the clasp. I thought it was a little bit oversized. It just had so many problems with it. And then I just wore it continually. I took it with me to London, to Paris, and then I freaking fell in love with this watch. It's like the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Just realized that, you know, you don't need the rotating bezel. Man, I was chasing the rotating bezel, and then, you know, it took me to going to London, changing the time zone to realize that, wait a minute, you don't need it. So, man, I appreciate this watch.
What about yourself? Watch Sasquatch?
My favorite is actually that Reservoir.
Ooh,
Nice.
That's my favorite still. Like, I mean,
Really?
the Royal Oak is by far my nicest, and this isn't. I don't think this isn't in the top 5 of the most 5 or even top 10 of the most expensive watches I have. It's not a terribly expensive watch, but it's my favorite, and it's also the one that starts the most conversations by order of magnitude. Like, I've had conversations that will go for a long time over the watch, and if it's in the red zone, people will keep talking and then just stare at my wrist for a while to see the jumping hour.
I still have no idea how that works. What is that? Like, what is the red hand? What is that?
It's a
indicate?
retrograde minutes.
What
Oh,
it
that's
is
minutes.
that the window at the bottom looks like a date window is the actual hour, right?
Okay.
And then 0 to 60 is minutes times 10.
Oh, okay. So 0 to 6. I thought it was like, what is 6?
So it's 5:20. It's 5:25 right now, right? And then when it gets into the red zone, it jumps back to the beginning. It's a nice, satisfying click. You can feel it, and the case back on this is beautiful. It's well made. The bracelet's nice and surprisingly inexpensive.
Right.
Fascinating.
We pulled that up the other day. I think it's a great watch, 100%. No worries, Mr. Casio. Take care. We'll see you back. I'll drop the link again. But Nico, what's your favorite watch in your collection currently?
My favorite watch, the most important and favorite is a kind of a different thing. I love my green dial Daytona. I think that is the one I enjoy the most. It's not the most important for me. I really enjoy wearing it. I haven't worn it in a week or two. I put it on tonight, this evening, and it just feels right. Feels a watch that you know what? Gold watches is normally not something I wear. This is the only real flashy watch that I would wear. But because of that dial, it's not that flashy. It's really weird. If it was a white dial, it would have been completely different, and the vibe would have been different. It would have been more flashy. Does that make sense in any way, shape, or form?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you made a big point of differentiating between most important versus like your favorite, and it was like an emotional point for you. So I'm curious, what's your most important?
Most important watch. It's actually 2. The one that my grandfather bought, that my grandfather's Seiko, which I wouldn't sell for 20 million, no chance. My grandfather wore that very important man, a very important man for me, my family, and he done a lot of great things. And the watch that my mom and dad bought me on my birthday on our last family holiday because my mom was very, very ill. As a dealer, I always sold watches to parents that bought that for their own kids. I always wanted that, right? Always wanted that. My parents bought me a watch, but my parents were not that they weren't well off, but they wouldn't really spend that money. But for my birthday in Greece, we were on a cruise, actually, like a Italian cruise, MSC cruises, and I always wanted a watch for my birthday from my parents, but will stay with me for the rest of my life. And my dad was talking about, I saw the Longines Big Eye chronograph at the cruise boat, and my dad, we'll get you that. I said, listen, Dad, I don't want to be a snob, but that watch wouldn't stay with me for the rest of my life because that watch will break, right? Listen, if it's money, I will chip in. But my father refused to say, no, we buy this for you. And we were in Greece in Santorini at an authorized dealer, and I saw the Migdal Oyster Perpetual, and I was like, that's it, done. There's nothing that can break on that watch. See what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. No?
We got Ivan's Childhood with a $10 super chat saying, I'm considering buying a Konstantin Chiakin Carpe Diem. Any thoughts, guys? So I got it pulled up here. This is crazy watch. Really,
all their watches are crazy.
Right. These are really, really special for sure. I mean, I don't even know how this works, to be frank and honest with you. I've actually never seen this in my life before. Any thoughts? I mean, it's to me too crazy and out there for me, but I don't know if anybody has a different opinion on the panel.
I have been told that the Constantines hold value and sell well. That's all I know about them. I have no idea about the quality. The fit and finish has always been spoken of highly, but I have no idea about the quality or function. But I have been told the Constantines hold value and sell very well.
So
not that that's a good reason to get a watch. I'm just saying.
Listen, Konstantin Chiakin is one of the very best independents. I mean, this is going to be a hand-engraved case. There's no CNC machine. It's going to be a hand-engraved like person and what have you. I mean, this sells for here. So they have one in stock for 53,000 Great British pound. Here's the problem, right? It's a lot of money, in my opinion, for such a niche watch, and it's not to my taste, right? So that's the only problem I see with it. I mean, if you want my opinion, I would definitely look for something else, something more up like the FP Journe, the Kerry Voutilainen, maybe the Kronfeld brothers. Maybe if you want to still go out there, MBNF I think is a great watch. Like I'd look at an LM2. Those are kind of what I would be looking for, but I like the more traditional kind of style independent. So me here. So let me pull this.
How do you like JS watch and the independents?
So independents are my favorite by far. Like I love an independent because it's like a watchmaker, right? Who's like I would consider a real genius. It's their pursuit of perfection, and even though a watch will never be perfect, they can certainly try to achieve that or some semblance of perfection. So that's what I really appreciate. But coming back to this question, like look at this. This is still pretty out there, and it's a hell of a watch, and I think it sells for similar money. In that it's a rose gold case, blue dial. This has a feature called resonance, but it has a differential. So it's different to FP Journe's resonance in that there's a regulating organ that will regulate the two different, vibrations per hour of the different balances. So a little different, but I think still very funky and cool. And again, if you want to go up the Journe route, I think Chronomet Souverain. Obviously, you're going to wait a while at retail. It's just Konstantin Chiakin is just not up my alley. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
That MBNF is in the same the 50,000 price range.
It's 50,000 Great British pounds, right? So we're talking 70 US. I think so. You should be able to find it for 70,000 US.
Yeah, 75 sounds right. So
right, 75,000. But Ivan, thank you again for the super chat. I hope that answers your question. If you have any other question, please post in the chat. I know it's flying right now, but I'm going to try and get to all the chats as possible. DJC said, Marco, quarantine in the UK hotel means not leaving your room for 10 days. So let's keep a positive mindset, right? That's not going to be the case. But if that does happen, then yeah, I mean, listen, I'm going to have to cancel the trip, guys. There's no question. I will reschedule another trip, and I'll still go to London eventually. It'll just be at a different London watch show. My what's it called? The credit will still be good for 2 years. So I'll go next year if anything. I mean, what can I say?
There's no point in rushing in doing something silly now.
Right. Well, the problem is I'd be stuck in my room for 10 days. I'm only going to be there for 3, right? So it's like I won't even be able to go to the show. That's the problem. And we got Watch Sasquatch with the $55.55. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. You didn't have to do that. Said, here's to Nico's Gramps and Mom for bringing Nico to the community. That's very kind. Thank you a lot.
Thank you very much for those kind words, and that's an incredible contribution. Fucking hell.
Right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And again, you didn't have to do that. I appreciate you just being on the show. And I know people ask all the time, like, could we join the show or how does it work? Guys, you guys are free anytime. You hit that StreamYard link. More than happy to invite you on, get to know you guys as a collector. And Watch Sasquatch has a great collection in that he follows that one watch per brand theme, which I really respect and admire. That's like a difficult to do to me.
It's not a lot of fun sometimes. It can be painful decisions, but I find it keeps harmony at home too.
I mean, if you had to be down to just one Rolex.
That decision.
Oh no, we lost him. Nico, say that again. Oh no, we lost him for good. That decision, we don't know. I'm sure he'll join back. But again, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Guys, be sure to follow watch_Sasquatch on Instagram. It greatly appreciate it. Again, really helps for me to get to London. And man, it's going to be an expensive trip, but you guys pulled through. I really appreciate it.
Mr. Casio, you were asking a question? Sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say if Marco, like if you were a one watch per brand in your collection, like how would you go down to one Rolex?
Oh, one Rolex? I like GMT the best. So GMT is my favorite complication from Rolex. I think Explorer 2 is a great, alternative, like a more budget alternative. But yeah, GMT Master is my favorite of the Rolex range. I'm very lucky to have the Bruce Wayne, which is the Batman on Jubilee. And yeah, I mean, it's just, I'm very fortunate to have.
Yeah, that birthday story is awesome. The community is amazing. There's nothing that can be said about that.
Right.
Okay, so it would be easy for you to be down to one Rolex. So I guess you could do it, right?
Yeah, I could definitely do. Honestly, I do envision myself potentially selling my sub in the future to like fund another piece because I'm not somebody who likes a huge watch collection. You know what I mean? Like I like a pretty. The problem is man, I feel guilty not wearing some of my pieces. So I'm at 4 right now, right? Or 3 luxury watches, if you will. I got the Pam, the Sub, and the Bruce Wayne, and it's like it's hard for me to have a good rotation for all of them. So yeah, I just don't envision myself owning like a lot of watches, but we'll see. I'm just taking it in stride. I'm still young and got a lot of time to collect and get more watches.
And have tastes grow and change and everything else.
Ivan's childhood saying, by the way, it wasn't the real Todd Levin in your chat a few days ago. I'm disappointed to hear that. Oh, that kind of sucks. But he's a cool guy. Again, he had that Talking Watches, one of the most mesmerizing episodes of Talking Watches. Really good. Oh, geez. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can't copy and paste this. Can I ask you guys, can you copy and paste this reference number and then put in the private chat, if that's possible?
Scrolling. Yeah, I got it.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it because I can't, when I click the show button, it won't let me.
There you go.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let me pull this up. Okay, this is nice. So we got Juliette Aranibas with a €2 super chat. Says thoughts about Fell in Love, and it's this right here. It's the Zenith Defy in blue ceramic. Listen, I think this is quite cool. I must admit, I think this is pretty nice.
Yeah,
I'm a fan. I'm not usually a fan of skeletonized water, but I think Zenith does it really well. They keep it very classy.
Absolutely.
This is a very, in my opinion, it's definitely a timeless design. It's definitely something, you can wear to all occasions. And listen, Zenith is a very underappreciated, underrated watch brand, a really good watchmaker. And you can pick up their pieces for a very, very steep discount. So, yeah, I appreciate that.
And even their dress defies are nice watches.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah. 100%.
They've actually done a really good job of not making just an absolute dog of a watch in the past 15 years. Like all of their watches have a nice intrinsic self-consistent style.
And that El Primero Range Rover that came out last year, that hit something in me that, I'm not a chrono guy, but I want that chrono.
Right. Yeah, I would say, listen, if that's what you enjoy, no question about it, pull the trigger. I think it's a great watch.
Where is Tim getting these burritos from?
I think it's his burrito from earlier, which is kind of funny.
I didn't have the time to finish it.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, because it's a set. It comes with it's $5. You get French fries, and you get 3 burritos, and it's only $5. And
That's a pretty good deal.
it's a really good deal, right?
The taco unemployment deal.
I can eat. Yeah, exactly. I can eat as an unemployed YouTuber. I can feed myself for a day, just for $5. Can't
There you
beat
go.
that. A $5 super chat can feed Tim for a day.
Guys, $5 a day keeps Tim on YouTube full
Wait,
time.
hold on. They
No.
do take 50%, so technically it's a $10 super chat. It's just-
Mad Max with a $2 saying Vacheron overseas steel chrono love sachet. The one thing that I dislike is the date placement, the date window, but otherwise I love everything about it.
So, mind if I chime in here?
Yeah, of course.
There is a YouTuber, and he's on IG. I think his username is Horajust, and he goes by, I think the name is Hefis. He did a couple of overseas videos, and one thing that he said that never occurred to me until he said it is their line has inconsistent anti-glare, right? And they don't have hacking seconds one now, which hacking seconds I don't care about in a watch that size, but the glare on certain models is actually really bad. I was surprised that wasn't consistent, and he had a couple of videos where he showed that off.
That's interesting that you bring that up because, yeah, I've never heard that before.
like, you mean like the sapphire reflection?
Yeah, they don't, apparently the whole lineup doesn't have like the anti-glare coating on the inside of the sapphire, so it has a different effect. And he has a couple of videos. I'm going to find his channel because his channel is...
Is it Hafiz Mahmoud?
Cool.
Yeah, Hafiz Mahmoud. That's his Horajust or something like that, Horologist.
Right. He's got a great channel. I follow
yeah,
him for sure.
He does have a great channel, and he has a couple of Vacheron videos and overseas videos where he brings that up and he shows, the effects.
That's interesting. I don't know why they would do that. I assume it would have to be because the dial, it must showcase the dial better in sunlight, but then that doesn't allow you to read the time. But I don't know. That's an interesting point. I did not know that. But what do you like? Would it be like something like a factor that would make you not want to buy it?
For me, it is. Yeah, I live in Florida.
Oh, it's true, right? Yeah.
Like, I mean, we have
The Sunshine State.
Yeah, like one of the nicest things, and my Instagram is fairly new. I'm absolutely terrible at pictures, but some of my best pictures are just because of Florida sun. Like that Fatima Cherry Red Dial that I have, not a fantastic watch, but that picture looks ridiculously nice because of just it's good in the sun.
Right. Crap. I wonder how they can fix it. Probably just put anti-reflective coating on the back, right? On the underside?
No, that's where they don't put it for some reason, and that's what's causing the issue. He's got a couple videos, so that whoever was asking, like, you go check out his channel. He's got a couple videos where he compares it to like the Royal Oak or the Patek, and he brings it up and he shows the end result. And it's possible, and I don't remember crisply right now, that it only applied to the blue dial models, which are obviously the most attractive. So it could have been a decision about that very special blue dial that they have, right?
Right. We got Perth Luxury with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Perth. He says, Marco, it's hard juggling your stream against Scherzer to the Red Sox watch. Kidding. If Omega made a limited supply Hulk Seamaster Professional, would it sell? Depends the shade of green, but yeah, probably it would sell. Yes. I mean, green is the new blue, right? Green is the new fad. So yeah, I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't sell.
Their white went crazy.
Right, the white one is my favorite. The Polar Seamaster is definitely my favorite, without a doubt. It's really nice too. Really, really nice stuff. But yeah, I think a Hulk version of the Seamaster Professional, I don't see why it wouldn't sell well. There's no reason. We got Paul saying might get stuck in the UK, Canada, closed board. Let's stay positive, guys. We got to stay positive on this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? If that happens, then I will have to. He said, "Why is this comment section so cursed? Who are all these idiots? What's going on? Are there people spamming stuff in the chat? I don't see anything. I hope not." Let me drop the link for Nico.
Nothing more than.
Yeah, I don't see anything. Luckily. But why does Pokerish say, please, no more Nico? We love Nico. He says, no problem. No. Jump on the stream. Jump on the stream, man. What the hell? Forget Pokerish. Listen, I love you, Pokerish. But, man, come on. You can't start dictating who comes on the stream, who doesn't. He's a nice guy. Nico's taking the time out of his day to join us every day, do live streams with the community. What's great about Nico is we get an insight from somebody who's an insider, right? I mean, you just don't get that kind of insight from regular watch people like myself or Tim or JJ, right? Just because he has, multiple years of hands-on experiences with watches, we will either never see or never, encounter in our life. Like, for example, that albino GMT Master, the 6200 Submariner. And it's always cool to see, someone pulling up those watches, because for the average person, those are just never watches on people's radars,
Yeah. And another thing, and I wouldn't have known this, like, he has his shtick and he has the character for his main channel, right? Which are very, very popular videos and very high subscribers count. He's a complete, he's a very interesting person, and he doesn't come on here with his shtick. He just comes here as Nico. Right?
Regular guy.
And yeah, and he's been extremely gracious. He's been extremely generous with his time. The, dog charity donations, history, that he's brought to the table. Obviously, what he's doing for not just one or two of you guys, but like a number of you guys in London is phenomenal. And it's not an opportunity that you would have gotten otherwise. Like, he's been amazing. And Pride and Pinion, he gets a bit of advertising, but let's be honest, at the end of the day, like, coming on these streams is not a return on investment for him that easily. So he's at least not yet. One day you guys will be much bigger, right?
There's some stuff even behind the scenes that people don't know about. Like, when he called me this morning, he wanted me to introduce me to his editor, who wants me to help. He wants us to get in contact so he can give me tips for my YouTube channel. He wants to help me, Tim, and JJ grow. He doesn't need to do any of this stuff for us. You know what I mean? Like, he was perfectly successful without us. Like, don't get it twisted. You know what I mean? Having Nico is a true benefit to all of us, like the regular watch folks, just the interested observer, the enthusiast, the community, as we like to call it.
Absolute class.
Right. And
he does his home country and his adopted country well.
Right.
And, we get all the other little glimpses, like the watch rolls. You get a picture of where he takes the pictures. Oh, and while he's there, hey, here's the library on the shelf that people get a glimpse of. So, I mean, there's interaction and views behind it that you just wouldn't get otherwise.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Nico, come on, man. I'm still starstruck from having you on the stream, and I want you here. So.
Yes, for real. I'm being serious. Hey, I'm still like, Jesus Christ, what is life? You know what I mean? We talk to Nico Leonard now on a regular basis. Like, what the hell is going on? Juliet Araribas asked a good question. Says, Marco, you don't have a chronograph in your collection. You think a chrono is that? Well, technically, this is the only chronograph, right? It's the one that the viewer sent me, and it's quartz. But chronos are just not my favorite genre of watch. The problem is that a lot of chronos are typically too thick. Like, I like a slimmer watch. And, usually a chrono is like 13, 14, 15 millimeters plus. And it's just not a size I really enjoy. It just feels like, because I have a smaller wrist, right? Only 6.25. So, it just doesn't feel good on my wrist to have such a thick watch. And that's kind of the problem. The chronographs that I like are just too expensive. So, yeah, sure, I like chronographs a lot, but not the ones that I can't buy, unfortunately.
Yeah, actually, and stepping back a few minutes, the question of like the one Rolex. The one Rolex question for me is a high-end Daytona, right? That's, so that those chronographs, like the nice chronographs, tend to be kind of brutal. God, here would not exist without Nico.
Right. We got a lot of amazing comments. I think the community supports Nico, no question about it. Yeah, 100%. Let me drop the link again. And appreciate everybody hanging out. We got 178 viewers. Please be sure to like the stream, guys. We're currently at 91 likes. If we get to 100, it really helps me promote my video to the YouTube algorithm. So, guys, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. It really, really does help. Check out Tim Wright on YouTube, timwright.com. Check out JJ LeCoux over at the Gentleman's Hangout. We're doing an after show, right, on his stream, but I might not be able to join because I said to a viewer we're going to go out to get some beers yesterday, and I felt like crap yesterday, so I'm hopefully going to go today. But I appreciate you guys joining me.
Gotcha. No problem.
Here we go.
There's 99 likes now.
Nice.
Well done.
Now
folks.
people are gonna dislike.
No.
Just kidding. You guys are too kind. Says I really fucking appreciate it. I'll be on in a sec in the car. So no worry, man. Take your time. And
Cool.
I appreciate you again taking the time out of your day, not sleeping, eating hot dogs in a microwave for us, to be on with us. It's very kind. But yeah, I guess what I wanted to talk about was kind of where we're going next. Where are we in our watch collecting phase? Right now, I'm just kind of sitting back, just enjoying life, enjoying my watches, wearing my watches. But I'd love to get to know what you guys are all about. Mr. Casio can watch Sasquatch. Where are you guys in your current collecting journeys?
I just picked up the Grand Seiko about a month and a half ago. I'm still going through straps on it. I have an alligator strap that looks so beautiful on it, but then I can't really wear it because it's more formal than I am. So, I got to now dress it back down with like a canvas strap. At the same time, I still have that Doxa itch, that, bright orange Doxa, or do I go back to sitting back? And my long goal is a Breguet 7147.
Oh, that's a great watch. Let me pull that up.
It's so thin. It's got that huge enamel dial, that slightly recessed small seconds offset there. And I mean, it's just perfection for me. So
this is a great watch. And you can pick these up at a huge discount. Really good discount, which is just great. I mean, guys, Breguet is such an underappreciated brand. It's unbelievable. I mean, I follow the 5177, which is another model similar to this. It's got a date at 3 o'clock. And you could pick them up for about $15,000 US. I mean, we're talking about a cold rolled case, right? Which is done by hand, soldered on lugs with the solder marks removed by hand. We're talking about blued steel hands, grand fur enamel dial. So we're talking enamel, which is fired at, hundreds of degrees, right? Close to 1,000 degrees. And it's very hard to do, right? There's a huge failure rate, at least 30% on enamel work like this, because it's very brittle, right? So it can crack very easily. So we're talking, hand painted, also numerals and dial. We're talking obviously incredible finishing on the movement itself. Does this have an open display case back? I think so.
It does.
Let's see.
You just passed it. Oh, there you go. Yeah, the offset rotor's gorgeous. I think it's I forget who makes the movement.
It's a Frederick Piguet movement.
Look at that finish.
Right.
Yeah, they do a guilloche on the rotor, which makes up for the no guilloche on the dial, along with the little waves on the case. Right. And this watch is 6.1 millimeters thick. So while I'd rather have it be hand wound, I can't complain.
Right. This is phenomenal, guys. This is real, like, horology on a budget. This is it. Breguet is as good as it gets. The one problem I have are these lugs. It makes it wear like a little bit awkward. Does that make sense? Because they're so long. So you have to get like a smaller case, like 37, 38 mils. At least for my wrist personally, which there's not a huge offering from Breguet, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's the only problem. We got Ivan's Childhood, really nice, with another $10 super chat. If you've got a question, please be sure to let me know down in the comments. I'll be sure to pull it up. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That's really kind. My other one from Breguet that I really like, I told this to Tim, was the 7337. I found this in the rose gold version, this one right here. So you get triple guilloche finish on the dial, right? You get obviously the day-date complication with the moon phase. It's called the BB-8, right? The BB-8, and it's based on an old Abraham Louis Breguet pocket watch, right? I mean, it's incredible. It's just incredible. And the retail on this is 54 Canadian. I found this online for 27,000 Canadian. So literally over 50% off on this watch.
And that guilloche on the small seconds is spectacular. I mean, all of it's great.
Yeah, they really are a tremendous value.
Look at this. Ivan's child is saying, Marco, do you want to wear a 5711/1A for a week? How do I do that? Please tell me. Yes, I'd love to do that. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding? Oh my God. How do we do this? I want to know how 5711/1A. Let's pull it up for the viewers. For those who don't know.
I mean, just look at that joy that question brings this man. I mean, how could you not want to make that happen?
Oh, are you kidding? You think I wouldn't want to wear a Patek Philippe for a week? Yeah, of course I'd want. Listen, the Nautilus is not my favorite. Personally, I'm a bigger fan of the Aquanaut than the Nautilus. But man, the Nautilus it's an incredible watch. Are you joking?
Yeah, I wore it for a minute. It's pretty amazing.
Oh, listen to that moan in his voice. Yeah. That was a phenomenal minute.
I recorded that moment. Hold on, if you guys want to see it. It was.
So I just sent. He's asking what's my email. I just put my email, watchcardinal99@gmail.com. Let me know, and yes, I will be sure to reply to you after the stream. I appreciate that, Ivan. Thank you for looking out for me. And if I could see that Datograph Perpetual in person, you know what I mean? Maybe just take a video, a picture or two. I mean, whew. Guys, these are the watches that dreams are made of. SBSB asking, what about the Breguet 7787? That's another great model. I really like it. Let me pull it up. So this is it has the moon phase with the power reserve and the movement. This is the 7787. So the movement is actually, what's wrong with this?
You have the typo in the search, so it's probably mixing.
Okay, well, that one, the way that, if you zoom in on the dial and the power reserve, the way they extend the numbers and the little arrows on them, it's just
yeah. So it's incredible. I love it's called the Bosom moon phase, where it's like the face on the moon,
the boobs.
And again, Grand Feu enamel dial, so you get an enamel dial. I like also this power reserve, and this is a bit more polarizing.
Motorboat.
Some people don't love it, but I do enjoy it. And the movement is actually based on a historic Longines movement. Let me see if I can't find a picture. Again, you get the same kind of attention to detail, right? And what's great is you get a silicon escapement. So you see that blue kind of escape wheel, which means it's going to be kind of anti-magnetic, which is great. Yeah, this is a phenomenal watch. I really love this. Actually, let me pull up on Google Drive. I was talking with JJ. Let's see if I have it here. Where is it? Might be on this email. Here it is. I was talking with JJ about where I should take my collection, because I thought 4 was a good piece or a good watch collection, and I just considered these 2 watches as like my next 2.
Ooh,
that's a hell of a 2-piece combo right here. This is crazy, right? You get the Chronograph Chrono and the Breguet 7787. Oh man, if only. We'll get there. We'll get there one day. Small Key saying, so bad. All independents are way more overpriced this year, and we can just look at the Breguet. Yeah, that's the problem. Independents are just so expensive. Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do?
That's the new thing. That's the hot new thing.
It's what it is.
There are some affordable, really nice independents out there, though.
I mean, like Catalars, whatchamacallit, the SB Sartori Ballard. There are a couple small ones that do great work. RGM, where you can tell them.
Also.
No.
tell them what kind of dial you want and what embellishment on the movement and those kinds of things. So you can get a custom made watch for under 10, somewhere between 5 and 10, depending on what you want.
Yeah. There's a lot of good guys like that. There's Sartori Billard is good. Yes. I don't know about J.N. Shapiro. What's the price point on a J.N. Shapiro? More expensive, yeah, because that's legit guichet work. I know there's Torsti Lane that you can get under 10,000. Kadoki is also well known, but they're getting harder to get and more expensive on the secondary market. Habring's another good one.
Oh, Habring, yes.
Yeah, Habring's a great brand. There's a couple others. There's a lot of really great watch brands coming out at that kind of price point. And I
one
think
that you mentioned that I haven't heard of is, you said Kadoki?
Yes, here I can pull them
I've
up.
never heard of them.
The giant phallic bridge
with that disc. It's very unique.
So my favorite is the Kadoki 2. He has a Kadoki 1 and the Kadoki 2.
No, I have seen them. I don't think I've ever heard it said.
Yeah, so these are really nice watches coming out of Germany. If I'm not mistaken, his name is Stefan Kadoki. He used to work for Habring, actually, and he uses a Habring movement in his watches. So this is a hand-engraved day-night indicator right here. It's got a frosted dial. Obviously, you won't actually see the pattern, but it's really, really nice. It's like infinity-style hands that are, again, shaped by hand. And the movement on this is really spectacular. So you get beveling on the plates. You get hand-engraved balance cock, obviously snailing on the ratchet wheels, frosted bridges, blued screws. I mean, this is beautiful. Really, really nice stuff.
Perf wanted to know what I'm drinking. It's water.
Water, guys.
It's just that reusing the cup.
And there's catalogers who have the inverted kind of movements where you can get the balance wheel up on the dial and those.
Yes, you can customize pretty much everything with these guys. My favorite, though, is Torsti Lane.
The salmon dial looks really cool.
Yeah, this is really my favorite. So you get triple guilloche finish on the dial. You could obviously customize whatever kind of pattern you want. You can even get meteorite. Here's an example.
Lina are amazing. I love them.
Right. And so he has now a collaboration with Vaucher. So you can get ones with the micro rotor movement. Now, I'm a bigger fan just of his more traditional movement. This is an ETA-based one. So it'll be easier to service. And again, you get really good. I mean, you got pretty much all the finishing
on the ETA?
Right.
Damn.
So you get the frosted bridges, again, snailing on the ratchet wheels, anglage on the plates, black polish, what's it called, balance cock, or balance bridge. I mean, this looks amazing in my opinion. For under 10,000.
Yeah, I like the fact that it's an ETA that you can get serviced anywhere, as long as they're upfront with me about what it is. And most movements are ETA based anyway. At the end of the day, most competent watchmakers can service them. It comes down to the level of finish on the watch. But anyway, my wife's home. I gotta run. I gotta get ready to pack for the beach. So it's been great, awesome guys. Can't wait to see you soon.
Take care. Thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate it.
Enjoy.
We got Love My Watches saying, "Hi Marco, just subscribe to your channel. Really enjoying the diversity of watches and discussions. Keep up the great work, guys." Yes, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Glad you're enjoying. Be sure to subscribe to all my guys. Ivan's Childhood saying, "You can borrow any of my mid-tier watches from my collection." Hey, I'm in. Anytime I can get more watch content, I am in. 100%, 100 million billion %. No question about it.
Wait, is he from Canada?
He's from Montreal. He's a fellow Montrealer.
Wow.
I appreciate that. But yes, if you can, I appreciate that. Would be awesome. We got a couple of super chats. We got Newbie Watch Guy with £2 saying custom Dornbluth and Son now with in-house movement. So Dornbluth is another one that kind of operates in this price segment. I like their watches. I'm just not the biggest fan of their watches. But they got a really nice stuff. So it's a rose gold plated movement. Again, hand engraved, balance cock, blued screws. They use gold chatons everywhere. Very reminiscent of a Longo, right? Very reminiscent of, it's like that German style 3/4 plate with a hand engraved balance cock. This is an ETA based movement, but you can get it with in-house movement now. I don't know what you guys think of this.
So for me, I like the way they look. I can't wear anything that doesn't have a bracelet. I just can't do it.
Right.
It's actually legitimately strange to me. So I've got look at some of these custom strap makers, my wrist is big enough that everything on a leather strap is always at the, very first or very last, depending on where you look at it, right? And then Florida, heat, sweat, I just eat through straps. I hate it.
Damn.
I totally understand, because obviously you live in a climate that's prohibited for leather strap watches, right?
What about rubber?
Yeah, rubber.
It irritates my skin after. Same thing, right? So, like a bracelet is just ideal for me. Everything I have right now, that was the first thing I did. I had a couple of independents and then a couple of really small scale makers, like Fair, right? $1,000 watch, whatever. The independents and the small scale makers generally don't have great bracelets. Yeah. So they went first when I started downsizing. And I just, there's a couple really nice watches I want, but even something like the Aquanaut, like if the 80 called me up and said, here's an Aquanaut for you, I would have to pass, because I just wouldn't wear it.
Wow. That's such a, oh my God. That's such a good point. Independents, they're super focused right now on movements and dials, but the bracelets are really lacking. Like the steel bracelet,
even
so hard to find.
Like, look at the dial. Like, to me, it's too plain and simple. You know what I mean? There's not a huge appeal, and maybe that is the appeal, is that it's like very simple, but it's just.
Well, Marco, you're also like 3 years old.
Right, that's fair. No, that's fair. Like, I mean, listen,
at my age, right? I think I'm twice your age. That has a good place on my wrist, especially for a lot of different type of events.
Right. And that's kind of the problem, is that I probably will grow to appreciate those kind of watches more. But to me, I'm more attracted to somebody like a Kadoki, Torch Lane. To me, it's just a more interesting finish on the watch and a more interesting dial. That's not to take anything away from Dornbull. I think they're a great brand, and if you like them, by all means, I think you should definitely support the independent watchmakers.
Well, okay. Now, we are talking about a completely different price point, but the same thing could be said about Zen, right?
Yep.
There are watches that they are pure. It's about the art of the metal, the art of the movement, the Zen Hydra, right? Getting that right, those type of things. There are watches that you get just for the art of the watch itself, and not necessarily for any aesthetic aspect to it. That's fair.
It has nothing to do with function, right?
Yeah, that's fair. Like,
right. I'm with you. Yep. There's some that are just pure art pieces, right? Like the 5231J that we pulled up earlier, that enamel world time. That's a pure art piece. There's a lot of watches like that, and even at the lower end of the spectrum, right? If you get a Guilloche type dial, we're talking J.N. Shapiro or any of these guys that are really, really good at this kind of stuff. There's definitely a case to be made that it's art more than it is watchmaking. Paul Solistis with a $5 super chat saying nothing more beautiful than German balance cock. Yeah, Paul is not a big fan of the German style of finish. What can I say? I love
Google that.
Thank you so much. A German balance. That's what it's called, right? It's the balance cock is hand engraved.
I guarantee you, it's still a bad idea to Google that.
Right.
Yeah, I have a really well balanced cock.
Nice. That's a good one. Joel Hayes saying Sarapaneva, Voutilainen, and Lane, all Finnish watchmaker. Yeah, I'm familiar with all three. I like all three personally. I really like the Finnish, the way that they, the Finnish watchmakers kind of make and conceive their watches. I'm a big fan.
The middle one? How'd you say that?
Voutilainen? That's my favorite.
I don't think I've seen anything from them.
Let's pull it up. So there's a number of different models. So this is one. It's called a blog to watch is useless. So here's one, for example, right?
Oh, sorry.
Here we go. So rose gold case, and this is like all guilloche with a rose engine. So we're talking the old-fashioned way of doing things. We got Nico. Hello, Nico. How are you, man?
Look at that.
I'm doing very well, mate. How are you?
Welcome
Very
back,
good,
you
very good.
lunatic.
Thank you for joining. But yeah, these are pretty expensive. I mean, we're talking upwards of like 80,000 USD, I'm pretty sure. So like we're talking, the highest of high end. But this is a real handmade watch, right? And the movement on this is spectacular. You can customize literally everything on the movement. Here, hold on, let me get a better picture. What can I find? You know, when you want to show somebody something, you can never find it, right? Here, hold on.
Can I introduce you to another brand?
Sure, give me one
Dutch
second.
brand.
Mm-hmm.
It's
A Dutch brand? Is it Groenfeld?
No.
It's not Groenfeld. Hold on.
Christian van der Klauw.
Oh yeah, Vanderklas is a great brand.
Not as amazing as it was. He sold his brand. Christian sold the brand, and but they're heading towards the right direction nowadays again. And
right.
I was from when I was young. I was always fascinated with Van der Klauw.
Let me just find a good picture. I want to show these off in a good light, but I can't find anything. Here we go. Okay, so what you'll see here is basically you can customize what color you want the movement. So you can do ruthenium, which is kind of in the same family as platinum. You can do rose gold, yellow gold, and you can get different levels of finish. So this is kind of like more frosted, as you'll see, like all the beveling. And one thing that's interesting is you see the two escape wheels underneath the escape, kind of the what's it called? Yeah, the two escape wheels right underneath the huge bridge. That's called the Breguet Natural Escapement. So it's an escapement that Breguet made, years ago, 200 plus years ago, that nobody could replicate until today. Thanks to obviously the use of computers mostly, because what's it called? You have such a small margin of error that it's almost impossible to replicate. And that's kind of the idea.
But tolerances have to be perfect.
Right. The tolerances are so small. That's the way to put it. Thank you. Let me just get these super chats, and we will bring up Christian van der Klauw in a second. Juliet Araribas, €2, saying, you think 1675 or 6542 Bakelite is more iconic? I'll let Nico answer this. Go ahead.
I think that's not even a battle. That's not even. The Bakelite is so legendary.
Right.
The problem with the Bakelite bezel is, of course, it's so fucking fragile, right? And nowadays, and I'm going to go back to another point, which I said previously. And Tim, this one is for you. Yep. I want you to listen very carefully and closely to what I say right now.
Okay.
More Bakelite bezels today than Rolex has ever produced.
Okay. So there's fake.
What do you mean?
Bakelite.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes. People are producing Bakelite bezels and putting them in as real.
Yes.
Damn.
Finding an original Bakelite bezel that is not damaged is like finding a needle in a haystack.
It's like winning a lot.
If you find a 6542 with a Bakelite bezel, with an original Bakelite bezel, ladies and gentlemen, you have something nearly unicornish.
Right.
So I have a question about that, though. Now, Bakelite, the other predominant use of Bakelite was with AK-47 magazines, right? Those things last forever. They take a beating. Nothing goes wrong with those. Why is Bakelite manufacturing so inconsistent? Because fundamentally, it seems like an incredibly simple material.
It's Rolex flaws in production. Rolex had so many flaws in every form of production, and we can use many examples of that. And one of those is for example, the discoloration of the tropical dials. That people threw away. They had the Daytona, and the color changed, right? Because of the sun. People went to their ADs and say, "Listen, give me a new dial. This is not nice," or they threw it out. Can you imagine that? The spider dial, the cracks, and until very recent, and I'm then talking about 1999, 2000, when we're talking about Luminova paint, when the change became from tritium, the move from tritium to Luminova paint in 1999, they made a mistake again, and all their watches, and all of a sudden it needs to be changed. It was changed in 2000. So you see a consistent thing where Rolex made mistakes. And these mistakes, these faulty parts or faulty dials or faulty bezels are now considered massively collectible and now considered massively rare.
Right. Jaden, that answers.
Does it answer your question?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Bakelite 100%, 6542 also. Definitely. To answer that super chat, just to put it, 6542 Bakelite. Because the problem is there's so few in good condition. Yeah, and the Bakelite bezel is so rare as well again in good condition, that it's definitely the most.
It's all, but I'll
Funny
tell
bit
you this: the ones that are in mediocre condition, they still look really nice
Right.
because the Bakelite, the way it kind of fractures, almost lends itself to a different type of pattern and color density as well.
But the funny bit is, I said Rolex produced it. Well, Rolex didn't produce the bezel, by the way.
Who did?
The Bakelite. It's a very good question, but it wasn't Rolex.
Okay.
Huh, interesting.
I have
Okay.
a
See,
question.
so
I
for
have
the
a que-
people who were asking, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go. I talked.
So the
too much.
people who were talking about Nico earlier, this is like Marco has his Wikipedia shtick, right? He just launches right into it. Extraordinarily informative and educational. Nico shares history in a way that we don't get about from a lot of the other watch YouTubers, right? And he does it off the cuff. This isn't like if he was doing this in a video dedicated, it wouldn't surprise me because I've seen a lot of watch YouTubers do that. They do their research, they put a lot of production. He does it clean off the cuff. This is worthwhile, guys. Like,
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But the funny bit is, right? We always talk about Rolex making in-house movements and blah blah blah. But you know that for many, many years, until very recent, very recent, Rolex
What was
never
it?
made.
2000s.
You know that
When
they
purchased
always
that. They purchased that company.
subcontracted their movements, and Aigler was only allowed to make movements for Rolex. Until very recent, they absorbed Rolex absorbed Aigler.
Is it Aglor or Agenor? I can't remember.
I call it Aigler. It's the A for Alpha, the E for Echo, the G for G-Spot, the L for Lima.
Anyways, it's not.
You know what I mean? Aigler, right?
Sure. Jaden Volchoff with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Jaden. Appreciate that. He says, Marco, your content has been great. Have a drink on me for your trip. Enjoy. I'll be sure to do that. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of drinking and a lot of amazing watches. So thank you a lot, Jaden. Really appreciate that super chat, Jaden. Very
While
kind
you guys
of
are
Jaden.
there, right? A couple more likes to make sure that we're at the 111 mark. A couple more likes will help boost that distribution.
Exactly.
I want to say thank you for the kind words. You guys spoke earlier. Thank you very much for that, and what you said earlier. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much.
It's from the heart, Nico. I mean, you're taking the time out of your day. You don't have to be doing this with us. You know what I mean?
I say this all the time, but there's nothing else I would rather do, mate. What the fuck?
Right. Well, there's not just that. Lest we forget, right? People think like, people get touchy. It's like they feel like they're encroaching. Like we're welcoming to everybody, and there is a reason for it. We want the community to be accepting and open to everybody. And like I said, we get an insight that we wouldn't ordinarily get from anybody else, right? You work with these things hands-on. We get to see watches like the 6200 that you showed earlier, the Albino GMT Master 6542. I mean, ordinarily, it's not even on our radar, right? But to see the rarest of the rare unicorns, as they're known, it's always nice.
That's the only ever albino I've ever seen in my life, and it's probably the last one I'm ever gonna see.
Yeah, probably. There's what, 3 in the world? You said
3 known.
3 known. Nice.
Publicly known.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Well, let me ask you, because there's another Rolex, and we'll get to this question in a second. There's another Rolex called the Blueberry, right?
Yeah.
So it's that Blueberry bezel GMT.
You know the famous story of the Blueberry bezel?
Yeah. So
the factory that went into fire and shit.
Right, and there's a guy who somehow came out with those bezels, right? And there was like 50 or so known in the world today to be legitimate. And there's a way that you can tell it based on like how you take off the bezel and like where the insert is or something like mad like that. Now, a lot of people also claim that that's bullshit, right? It's not even true. Where do you stand on this?
So let me tell you. Let me make it very simple. If you tell us you put 5 people next to each other, 5 people in a row, right? And you tell one story to person 1, and person 1 needs to tell that to person 5.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right.
See what I mean?
Broken telephone.
5 comes with a complete different story, right? We as collectors, or we as dealers, we as the core in the industry are not able to give that answer. If people say, yeah, with certainty and blah, but they're lying. They're lying because there is no certain answer on that. The only people that can answer this question, right, is a representative, not a representative, is the CEO of Rolex or someone that is that manages the history books of Rolex in Rolex.
Right.
That's the only people that can tell. And if people say, yeah, this person said this and this, listen, and I'm telling you how the watch sales works, right? And definitely in the vintage market, and that's why this is different. And I think that the vintage market lacks so much integrity, and that pisses me off in every way possible, right? Because these stories that are being told and these stories that said are being used as a story to sell a particular watch, right? And I made an example earlier of the 5513 feet first. There's a handful of collectors that would spend money on that. A Sigma dial nowadays on a Daytona 6263. The biggest collectors in the world that I know, and that these don't give a shit about a Sigma dial. They want the first 6239. They want the first 6241. They want the first Paul Newman dial. They want that shit. They don't care about these small details that it's not irrelevant. It's not relevant for a lot of people. And a story like the Blueberry, there's no one in the watch world that can tell you the absolute with 100% certainty, then putting everything on the line, his life, everything, and say this is true. No one can do that. And if someone does that, they're not telling the truth.
Right.
They're telling a story that they have heard from someone else within the industry.
See, that's the kind of insight that we don't get as ordinary watch collectors. That's why it's good to hear, right? We got R with a $10 super chat. He said, took your guys' subtle advice last night, LOL. Once Nico said Hublotish, I couldn't unsee it, LOL. Getting Rolex Submariner tomorrow. These streams are amazing. Thoughts? Well, first of all, R, thank you so much for the super chat. Really greatly appreciated. Congrats on the new Submariner. Man, that's a great watch. A beautiful watch. No doubt about it. Do enjoy it. Wear it in good health.
Health to wear that. Health to wear that.
Yeah, I mean, nothing else to think about it. I mean, it's just an amazing watch. Congratulations. And yes, wear it, enjoy it, love it, and wear your watches. That's what it's all about. Mike Callum with the £5 saying, right, Nico, let's see what this watch cloth of yours is all about. Expecting God tier.
I'll tell you one thing. If that, and I swear to God, if that cloth is not up to your expectations, I'll refund you the money.
So I actually have a question about that. Is earlier when I was watching your stream, you were checking your phone, people were buying the cloth, right? I clearly missed what the cloth was about. I use just microfiber cloths, right? I read the description. It says one side it has a anti-tarnish material, on the other side will help buff and polish, right? It looks like it's made by a company called Connoisseur.
Yes,
I didn't look that up. So what is it about the cloth that people were just constantly putting them on your stream? What's what makes it all that much better than just using a microfiber cloth to clean my watches?
For me, I like to give you an example. Do you own a Rolex Daytona?
Not a Daytona, no.
No. I know Tim owns one, but he has a ceramic bezel, so it's a bad example. Now, let me give you an example here, right? It's the shine, it's the feeling of a new watch, right? You see that shine?
Yep.
And you know when a watch is all fingerprints and it's all dirty and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you take everyone? Because I'm seeing myself.
Absolutely.
Oh! It's just this, like I said this yesterday as well. I have a lot of cloths, right? A lot of cloths. Nothing has been as good to get, like we use these cloths in the shop all the time. Right? These are the cloths that we as professionals use to display our watches. Because
so fair enough. So, and it's safe for like my Royal Oak bracelet, which is the one I'm most concerned about because of all the. All right, so that the blacks, I think it was the black side, for buffing isn't an issue. It's not gonna.
No. It's just for me. I want to have the watches look the absolute best. Right. Period. And cleaning a watch, all nice, but there's always with these cloths. That's it. That's the dog's bollocks. It's and Connoisseur Connoisseur is specialized in jewelry, right? Cleaning jewelry like silver, etc. Cleaning the tarnish of the silver. They're just specialized in.
That's where I've seen the name from. Okay.
Being able to give you an idea. Goldsmiths works with them. Also, Switzerland works with them. They sell these cloths for 35 quid, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Could be 30 as well, right? So don't shoot me on that. But it's 30 or 35 quid. These exact cloths. And we approached Connoisseur, and I really wanted my own name on it. And because I thought, like, for me, going through all the, like, you go through some cloths in when you're selling watches, and definitely when you have a shop. And like, I don't do things halfway. I do things ridiculously. I want things to be ridiculously
The best
good.
or not good. The best or not.
Acceptable. And for me, of all the cloths I've tested, these are the absolute best.
All right.
So
Sounds good.
Did they develop that material specifically to polish watches, or was it just
Clean watches, yeah, specifically for watches, yeah.
Wow.
We do have a super chat here from Saif.
Otherwise,
Sorry,
otherwise I wouldn't have put my name. What we are all working on so hard. I wouldn't have put that on a cloth. I wouldn't
Totally
even
fair,
put that on anything if I don't stand by it.
we got a good question. Hold on. I do want to read this out. Zuko Ted saying, just got home from work. What the hell? Do you all sleep and poop? No, we don't. Saif,
I do. That's not true. I do shite.
there you go.
Yeah. Well, I don't have time for shit. For shit.
We got another 25 AED. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. I'm not
That
familiar
is
with the
that's like 20
Oh,
US.
Jesus, Saif. Okay, let me give you a great answer. He says, what is the best Rolex to buy with a price of 19,000? I think everybody knows my favorite is the GMT Master Ii from Rolex, guys. I just want to pull this up because on prideandpinion.com, you can actually buy this for just under 18,000. The Rolex GMT Master Ii, the original Batman. Saif, this is what I'd be getting right here. Click add to cart and buy it. That's what I would be buying with 19,000. What do you think about that one? But seriously, on a real note, right? It's not just to promote the website, but I'm saying this on a real note. The Rolex GMT Master II, to me, is the best watch you can get for 19,000. Just under 19,000, you save yourself $1,000, and you buy it from a reputable seller at the same time. This is it right here. What do you guys think?
That's a very good option.
It's an excellent option.
I remember when root beer was 19,000. How much is root
Right.
beer now? It's like 22, 23. It's getting crazy.
Oh, the root beer.
Holy
I love
fuck.
that watch.
Ali Reza bought 6 cloths.
Oh,
Jeez.
What a madman.
There we go.
That's
It's
unreal.
been,
Ali.
I've had the tab open since your stream, and I'm like, I'm just gonna leave it until I get a chance to ask the question. And I keep
Right.
I keep a cloth at
Do you have a
my
cloth
office
in your
desk.
collection?
My Royal Oak, the 15500, is my current one. By the end of this year, I want to try to get one of the open work double balance. That's my goal by the end of this year.
You know how much I sold my open work double balance for?
No.
68,000 pounds.
Yeah, it is my Christmas watch. That's my goal for my watch collecting this year.
wow.
It still fucking hurts me. And I'm gonna hit my head as well. The 152.
Stefano told me to name drop effectively because I'm close to not only their U.S. service center but one of their biggest ADs. So I'm going to name drop because I got my 15500 from the AD. But when I asked, like, if I came in here and put the money down, can I get open work? They told me to pound sand. Like, no. So I'm going to try. That's my goal by the end of the year.
I appreciate, by the way, all the support you put into my channel as well, mate. I really appreciate that.
No problem.
But yeah, Saif, I hope this answers your question. And Ali, thank you so much. That's very, man, you're a good dude. Thank you so much. But man,
Ali, can I ask you a question?
100% Batman.
So if I heard this correctly, sorry, like I was interfering in the car and it was a bit difficult. You buy only one watch from every brand.
Yes, I try to keep. So I had 60 some odd watches, and to make some room at home and clean stuff up, I started downsizing. So the first thing was to get down to one watch per brand, right? And I got down to about 40. Then, and I haven't mentioned this on the stream before, I've only been on the stream once before, I decided to do one watch per brand and one dial color. So I'm now in the process of the dial colors. So the JLC that I emailed you about earlier, that will be my blue dial colored watch.
Unreal.
That's what I'm doing, because at that point I'll be down to 8 or 9, because you have the white, you have the gray, like I have the slate gray Royal Oak, right? The red Tutima for me. I have the white Vermont, the black Reservoir, the pink Squale, which I know Squale. I just love the pink dial on that Squale, the Yonda.
That's cool.
And it was a dirt cheap watch, right?
Right.
So I'm just going through that, and I'll be there by the end of the year. And then my skeleton is going to be that open work. My transparent, right, is the lack of color. That's the one. So I'm saving that spot.
That's one of the most spectacular movements I've ever seen.
And you know the story on that, right? You know the story on that?
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, it's actually a watchmaker from AP. So they allow like their watchmakers, to freely and openly create their own kind of watches. And a watchmaker was actually wearing a modified Royal Oak with that open work dial. And I believe it was the CEO, right, Benny Amos, who saw that watch and was like, what the hell is this? And then said, I'm instantly starting production on this. And the rest is kind
but
of
it was also an improvement to the previous skeleton, because the double balance wheel increased the accuracy by about 30%.
There you go.
Damn.
I just want to get through these super chats. We got Casimir Puntarovic with a $10 super chat.
Could you send me your, sorry for that. Sorry, last time I interrupted you. Could you send me your phone number as well, because I'm chasing this up tomorrow?
I will send it to you, Nico. I'll WhatsApp it to you.
Yes.
If, of course, you don't mind, Ollie. If it's a problem, let me know, obviously, because not everybody wants
It's not a problem, by all means.
Perfect. Let me do that now.
No, I asked the question when Watch Eric was on as well. I have been trying. It shouldn't be a difficult watch to get, right?
Yeah.
No.
I get no answers. Nobody answers me. So it's either not expensive enough to make it worth their while, because it's only 10 grand, right? But it's really frustrating, because I really love that watch.
I'll personally put I'm gonna put my time in this. Done.
I can't.
Done. I'm gonna get that sorted. Consider that done.
I don't even have the words. I literally have some goosebumps, because that's attention. I've spent good money with some watch YouTubers.
Damn.
Don't get a response to DMs. Don't get a response to emails. One of the watches had a serious problem, like completely ghosted me. Right? It's completely different.
I'm not perfect in any way, shape, or form. I know you need to do the super chat. Sorry, I'm not perfect in it, but I like that can't be. If you have a problem no, that's not cool.
Yeah,
that's not cool.
Nico, I just sent it to you. Okay.
Yes, I'll save that up and I'll chase this up immediately.
We got Casimir Puntarovic with a $10 super chat saying, God tier, went to my AD today to pick up my Tudor Black Bay 58 bracelet and was told he can offer me the sub in a couple of months. Should I take the offer? I only bought that Tudor from him. Thank you. 100%. What do you mean, should I take that? No brainer. Call him right now and tell him, yes, I want that sub tomorrow. As soon as you get it. Date, no date, any color, no, not bother. Get a sub. There's no question, Casimir. Hope that answers your question. Thank you again for the super chat. No question about it. If you can get a Rolex at retail, especially a sports or a professional model, in steel, no brainer. No brainer.
Asked. You grab
100%.
it.
You got to get it. R with the $10. Thank you again to Casimir. Really appreciate that super chat. He says, I was going to get the Zenith Defy. LOL, so Hublot-ish, but correct. Good movement. Celebrating a milestone. So why not go it correct? Amazing service. My cloth shipped in hours. Buying again today. R, thank you so much. Nice to get.
Thank you so much for that.
Right. Awesome to get a cloth. And of course, congratulations again on the sub. Please do enjoy it, wear it in good health. And man, you got one of the most iconic watch to me, the Rolex Submariner, the most iconic watch. Right, Nico?
The Rolex Gmt is iconic, but the Daytona, I don't want to be against it, but
No.
a Daytona is lost a battle at the earliest when they at the beginning of the existence of that model, lost a battle. Everyone hated it. No one wanted to watch, and now it's the most important. And that is what I think iconic. That is comeback. That is how do you call that?
The underdog.
The underdog.
Right.
You see what I mean?
The comeback
The underdog
story.
story.
Always
Arsene,
root
love
for the
your stuff,
underdog.
brother. I'm from Toronto. Very cool, man. I got family in Toronto. I got a lot of family in Toronto, so that's very cool. Thank you again for the super chats, and again, congratulations on the Submariner. Appreciate the support greatly. Saif Alunaimi, again with a 25 AD super chat saying, actually, I was thinking of a Batman, but also a Submariner. I mean, Nico, you could pitch in again on this if you would like to, but no question about it. To me, I would get the Batman 10 times out of the 10 over the Submariner.
10 times.
Right.
Yeah, because it's more functional. Like, how many people dive like fucking 200 meters underwater? Like,
right. You got 100-meter water resistance. You can calculate a second time zone. You get a rotating bezel, date complication. The blue-black colors to me are just their work for everything. You know what I mean? You can wear this dressed up in a suit, dressed down, more casually. You can wear this business casual. To me, it's a perfect one watch. So yeah, that's 100% what I would be getting.
It is a perfect one watch.
Yeah. But again, thank you so much for the super chat. Greatly, greatly appreciated. We got Tim Parks joining us. Tim Parks, thank you so much for joining. $5 saying
Timmy!
in some support for Marco.
Timmy!
Hi, guys. Thank you so much, Tim. I appreciate that. Nice to see you on here, guys. Thank you so much. We got 210 people watching, guys. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the stream. I would greatly appreciate it. Check out, of course, my guy, Nico Leonard. And, of course, Nico does YouTube channel where we're streaming basically every day there. Tim Wright, timwright.com, and JJ over at the Gentleman's Hangout. Again, greatly, greatly appreciated. And we got Ali Reza. Thank you so much, guys. Be sure to follow watch_Sasquatch on Instagram, says Tim. So you guys have been building these streams. Marco has stated a goal in the industry. What is yours? We'll ask the same of JJ.
Well, I always wanted to do live streaming. And that's why I had the setup. That's why I have the whole thing going. And I think I just want to do more. I want to do more live streaming. I want to do it full time. And I mean, it's impossible to do it full time, especially from New York, without building it up first. So for me, it's all about getting the subscribership up, so that I can focus on my passion full time.
And it would be live streaming about horology full time. That's your goal.
Well, it doesn't have to be full time. I don't know if I don't know if there's like, I want to stream 8 hours a day. I don't know if there's 8 hours of horology in me.
Yeah.
But I think we can do like 2-3 hours of horology at least. And it will all depend. Like, if there is, hey, there's no problem. As long as we can keep, having new people coming on. And
you're into
stories.
scale models too, tabletop gaming. I went over your IG, so there were a couple other things, models, tabletop gaming. I'm just curious. No, because you're very quiet and diminutive now. During the controversy, the situation, you were not, right? So suddenly, right, we don't, at least me, and I don't know about your other viewers, don't know much about Tim.
Yeah.
And you were my gateway drug to Marco and JJ.
Right? I think I was kind of gateway drug for this whole situation. Like, I really pushed these guys to get into live streaming and do the live streams with me, because it's hard to do these things on your own. You need someone out there to bounce ideas from, and especially when you started out and it's only like 10 viewers. I think we started with like 10 viewers. So at least, like, if there's 100 people watching, there's enough chat. You can interact. You can really, the conversation keeps flowing. But just doing it by yourself was very, because I did it for a month on my own. It's hard. It's really, really hard. But I'm glad that I found these guys and I was able to persuade them into doing this. And look at this. We're at which point? I mean, I already had the website, everything. I already had like the goal in mind. I knew. I didn't think it was gonna be so quick. This was supposed to be like 5 year 5 year situation. Not.
So was the unemployment planned then?
No, it was not planned. That's what. And it also happened at a point where it is kind of sustainable. Meeting Nico, right? Like if I was still employed, I wouldn't be able to be here today streaming with you guys since 12 o'clock, right? I would be at work because I'm at work until 5, and because I'm unemployed now, that's how I'm able to do it. So it's real, and the timing, I can't even imagine. I get unemployed, and it's almost like 2 days later, Nico joins the stream and can really help us push this thing forward. But this was my passion. I had YouTube. Not in my YouTube is 9 years old. I had videos on there. It was gaming. It was kind of everything was related to this. It's always been my passion to do something on YouTube, some kind of either videos or live. And live streaming didn't become popular only until a couple of years ago. And actually, I did try live streaming 8 years ago. If you go on my Twitch, I have a video from. I just didn't have. People don't realize, but there's a lot of equipment, and it's so expensive to do live streaming properly. I mean, and I still don't have to do a proper live stream. I would need to buy a computer, and the computer to do 4K proper live stream. It costs $10,000. It's a huge amount of money. I'm just streaming from the reason I'm only streaming like this stuff is because it doesn't require that much processing power, but it's hard. At least we'll be able to do it this way for the next year. But I'm always trying to build up the website, build up the streaming set, keep moving forward. Don't have to do everything in one shot.
There we go. We have 5-minute biography on
Thanks,
Tim's
brother.
There you go.
plans.
Nice.
I don't think
I'm gonna
Mark
send
would
you
do this.
Polaris. Can you chase that up for me?
You're gonna do what?
I'm sending you Polaris. Can you chase that up for me?
A live sale.
I still don't know what you're saying.
Fuck's sake. Listen to what I'm saying.
What? Just tell me.
I'm looking for a Polaris GLC. The serial number. I'll send you a reference number. Could you chase that up?
Okay. Yes. I'll get you a price on it.
Legend. Thank you, bro. Bye.
Thanks for only hitting me up when you need something.
Mate, I always have your back. Now I need you. Now I need you to have mine. You dick.
Alright.
Bye.
I got you. Just send me.
Bye. Yeah, we'll get that sorted, bro. No ball.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
There we go. Live on stream, guys. Showing you Nico works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Moving
There is no
pieces
sleep.
around.
Done.
Good stuff.
But I just wanted to ask, wait, what's my stated goal in the industry? Am I that obvious? Have I been that obvious?
Well, I know you had said you on some other streams that you wanted to get closer to the industry, possibly get into the dealer type work as well. So that's been, I mean, no offense to you, but the past 2 days has been the Marco going to Disney World in London show, right?
I can't wait. Wait.
And well deserved. I'm honestly thrilled for you, right? My passport is paint by numbers. I've traveled internationally a ton. This sounds like it's just massive for you. So fantastic, man. But Tim was a bit of a mystery. I didn't know if his stated goal in the industry was to chase, Anthony Fair out of the industry. I had no idea. So
I was building these bridges. I reached out to Anthony, and he said, "Oh, actually, you know what? Maybe we can get him on right now." I don't know if Marco. Oh, actually, it's too late. But Anthony said he's gonna come on the next live stream. Nico just has to give him 24 hours. Nico, you want Anthony on your live stream?
Yeah, of course. Why not?
Yeah. He just needs a heads up.
We can do it on because tomorrow's a big. Listen, tomorrow's a big day for for Nico rather, right? He has a big
Yeah.
stream.
It's gonna be
So-
huge.
Saturday, if anything, Saturday.
Yeah, we can do Saturday. You want to do Saturday?
He's gonna call him right now.
Call him right now. There
What do
you
you think? He's not gonna DM him on Instagram and wait for a reply.
So-
here.
go. I've been trying to fix up.
We can get back to this, Tim Parks. What are the biggest positives and negatives of being a watch dealer in the watch industry? We'll come back to it 100%. We got Sayif saying, what do you think of Daniel Roth vintage watches? Amazing. Daniel Roth is the architect really behind the revival of Breguet. hold on. So he worked with Breguet, I believe it was in the 90s, and kind of revamped. Nico, correct me if I'm wrong. Daniel Roth, it was Breguet in the 90s or the 80s?
80s.
80s. Okay, the 80s. And yeah, he really revived Breguet, and he's got phenomenal watches, which you can get for a really good price on the secondary market. And they're extremely distinct in their case shape, their style. And you can get a lot of really great watches. He has some work even with Philippe Dufour in terms of like perpetuals. And he doesn't do any more under his own name. The problem is that Bulgari, because he did work with Bulgari as well, and they own the rights to his name nowadays, which kind of sucks for him. So he actually operates under Jean Daniel Nicolas, I think is the name. But yes, if you can get your hands on a vintage Daniel Roth, a pre-owned Daniel Roth, I think they're an amazing watch for the money. Really, really spectacular stuff. I love these salmon dials, especially. Just so few done with like this level of beauty and class and sophistication. Really nice stuff. Cool Chris Callie with a $2 super chat says, you are all achieving synergy together and with us. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you, Cool Chris Callie, for the super chat. Greatly appreciate it and the kind words. I mean, that's great. Thank you so much. Is he on the phone? Nico, are you on the phone still?
No, like I'm. I just bought a really nice Kermit, like 2005.
We have a great question from Tim Parks. Tim, we love you, man. So I want to pull this up. What are the biggest positives and negatives of the watch dealer industry?
I think it's a bit biased to say, right? As a watch dealer myself, like I live this shit, right? I live watches, so it's easy enough. But the biggest negatives is the constant stress, right? I don't really do things on consignment because I think that's a big responsibility, and I don't really feel that is something. I do consignment, but it's like 10%, right? But the big like negatives, you will not be able to succeed in this business. You can only succeed for 1 or 2, 3 years if you do not love what you do. Really, really love what you do, right? If you're in it for the money, you'll be out within 5 years, right? Because this game is the hardest game I've ever played. I am constant working. Like I'll be in bed, emailing, doing whatever. Because if you're selling a luxury product, you need to give luxury service, right? You can't slack that, right? You just can't slack. What we're talking about is a product that you can buy for £5 as well, mate, right? So if you want to be in the luxury watch industry, you need to be able to give luxury service. And service goes further than me and you and anyone else, right? You need to give your client, your prospect, and your family, right? Your watch family, the people that were there. You need to give that everything of you, of me. And the big negative in that means that I don't have a social life, and the people around me struggle with that. I barely speak with my mom and dad. I love my parents, but I am always working. I'm always on the phone. I'm always dealing. And I'm very grateful for that. But time flies, mate. I was talking when I left the office, and there was a guy. He says, "So I haven't seen you so long." And normally we would have gone out a few times. You see what I mean? And I don't go out because I'm working. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing else I'd rather do. Like, so it's very, very intense on your social life. That's the negative. But the positive is as well, if you do it good, if you do it right, and if you always have the interest of the client and always be honest, always be straight, right? It can be very rewarding, not only emotionally rewarding, because you're the guy that is able to provide a product which contains a lot of not only the financial value, but a lot of times as well sentimental value, because as a dealer, I am part of the story of that watch, which will probably be on the wrist of this person for hopefully a lifetime. So I'm also a part of that, and that is an extremely special feeling, and I think that's the biggest positive.
Marco, after the next super chat, can I follow up on what Nico said?
Of course. Follow up now.
No. Please, the Pine Baron's been waiting.
Sure. We got the Pine Baron $10. Says, Nico, do you think watches are a leading economic indicator, or is it an insulated market that is somewhat immune to economic downturns? Are you seeing any signs of a slowdown?
I think, let me be very clear. It's big financial crash. Everything collapsed. But guess what?
Watches held their value.
Watch industry
Certain
didn't.
watches, certain watches though.
No. The watch industry didn't.
Right.
Rolex still went one way. Patek Philippe still one way. Right. You can't compare month after month, but you need to look it up in year by year. Right. You always see an increase. So no, a watch can't be a leading economic indicator. Property will. Right. If property doesn't sell, we're all fucked. You see what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Like that is the biggest indicator. And what the watch world and the art world is the art world is quite similar, but the art world can collapse. I'm not sure, I can't talk about the art world, but same as the art trade, it's all very isolated, right? So let's be honest, the people with money will make more money even in another recession, and they will still buy watches. You see what I mean?
Right. There's never really been that real harsh slowdown on the watch industry, historically speaking.
And that's why it always pisses me off so much when people say it's a bubble. Go fuck. A bubble is a short economic cycle. That's a bubble. It's short. We are paying premiums since 1988 for a Rolex Daytona, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
Do we realize that?
Right. The track record of the watch industry and the watch market being strong is so far, you know what I mean? Like, there's never been that huge downturn like we've seen in like the
From Germany, a watch glove. A watch glove's going to Germany. Pride and Pinion represent in Germany.
Nice.
That's cool.
But yeah, you've never seen that kind of cyclical downturn where it's like peaks and valleys in the watch market. It's only really gone, like, the growth has been constant, but obviously it's it hasn't been all the same year after year.
In the beginning of lockdown, I saw the watch industry fucking collapsing. But now comes the thing, I collapsed as well, right? Because I was like, fuck, but this was week by week, this was month by month.
Right.
And let's call a spade a spade. A bad day doesn't make a bad week. A bad week doesn't make a bad month, and a bad month doesn't make it a bad year, right? Fact. Right? But in the beginning, no one knew what was happening. And as soon as there, definitely in the UK, was government support, and there was furlough, and there was this, and there was that, and it was like, fuck, the watch industry became stable. And I just sold off half my stock, what I owned, at big losses to recoup money to pay my staff. Like, I lost 150 grand at the beginning. Like, that was mad.
Jesus.
But that's what it is, right?
Right.
You write it out and you do it right. So.
And Ali, you had a question for Nico?
It wasn't a question. It was actually something that transpired in the past few minutes. So I'm also a business owner, completely different industry. But between Tim and Nico, you just heard a couple of important things. And if there's entrepreneurs or people who want to be entrepreneurs watching the stream or who will watch us later, a couple of things that people don't realize. YouTube or influencer success, you heard Tim kind of going through that, right? It takes a lot of coordination. He has to lay out his room. He has to socialize it with his family because there's noise in the house. There's all sorts of logistics stuff, right? And then you can't miss episodes, right? You have to interact and remember the name of all your fans. Nico has to remember the name of all his clients. And then if you're Nico, and eventually, God willing, say Tim and Marco as well, you're dealing with one or more attorneys every week, right? You're dealing with one or more tax officials or attorneys every week. Once a year, you have to deal with all of them at once to file annual taxes. You have multiple insurers, right? And all those things are very stressful. They're not just like set it and forget it, right? And all businesses are that way. And people forget that the very most successful. So Roman, presumably people watching the stream are familiar with Luxury Bazaar and Roman. He has stated he's $100 million business, Luxury Bazaar. The lease terms, the rent, the security, all those things are that much more complex for him, right? And you're going to be awake all the time. And like in my business right now, we're talking, I'm super enjoying it. I love it. I love being here. It's been very cathartic. But if I see my text messages go off, if I see my signal go off, my WhatsApp, my email, I check them, because if it's a client, I respond like that every time. And then the other thing, and this goes more specifically to Nico, but it applies to Tim similarly at this point, is you are also part of the product. What I'm buying, I'm buying live on the air a JLC from Nico, right? It's just a JLC. It won't be the best watch in my collection, but it will be one of the most intimate watches in my collection because he put the effort in right then and there. And if you're in any service, any industry at all, right? My industry, which is technology industry, my clients come back to me as they go through their careers. A lot of my clients have been with me across 3 or 4 companies, 20 years. They come back because I'm part of the product, right? And that investment in time that you just heard Tim and Nico talk about, people underestimate what that means. And I know there's a lot of hate, even from Tim sometimes, for the ultra rich. But the scale at which like a Bezos has to deal with this is unbelievable. And the stress, like the size of my business, the stress of you have your registered address, new legal letters coming. You have no idea what they're from. There's 50 different tax codes in the United States. I have employees in different states, different tax codes, different unemployment. It is incredibly tough. So when this for Nico isn't downtime, he enjoys it. By his own admission, he enjoys it. He loves doing it, but it's not actually downtime. It's still him refining himself as a product and him refining himself as part of the service. Right? This all counts. This all matters. And if you're a young entrepreneur out there, what you heard from Tim and Nico, right? And Marco, this really applies to you, right? You're starting to build yourself as a product, as a brand, right? Listen to that. Like these are gems people are dropping, and a lot of people will just watch a few minutes of this YouTube and go, well, that was interesting, and move on. It was a lot more than interesting. It's insight into something that you want.
Like entrepreneurship. I'm not a big entrepreneur, right? I don't want to say that. Like a lot of people make me look good, right? And to give you an idea, my editor is unbelievable editor, right? We've 2 editors and 1 cameraman. They're unbelievable, right? My director of my business is unbelievable. He has the respect to say, he has the respect to me to always speak the truth to me, right? So always be hard and always be. I am, and I explained this actually, like on a podcast. I am the visionary, right? I see that, and I want perfection, right? Because that's what my customers, that's what my clients deserve. And although I am sometimes not happy, the customer's happy. But then in my mind, I think we could have done that better, right? But that's the visionary mind, right? Where he is very good in my director Stephen. He's very good in talking to staff, being very problem solver, that kind of thing. Like you see, like you need a good team around you to do that. Like he takes a lot of my plate. The accountants, my insurance guys, he takes a lot off my plate, and I mean that allows me to work in my strength. I only want to work in my strength and my passion, and that's watches, right? I don't want to deal with the day-to-day stuff because I'm not good at that, right? I have my own clients, and I want to work with my clients because that's what I do. But every single watch that leaves the door, and I can't let that go. And maybe that is the control freak, and maybe that is me being, and maybe that is also the difference with me not being a big entrepreneur or whatever, every single watch, every single box that goes out of the door, I have personally fucking seen it, and I want to see it because there's a certain way I want it, and the only person, it's like this Michelin chef that lets his plate out of the door, right?
Yeah. Every report that goes out of my company, same thing, man. It's important, right? The fit and finish. It's your name, one way or another, is forevermore. JJ.
Online sales is tough because I can't give someone the experience in the shop, right? That was my vision. I want to be the experience when they open the box that it's fucking special. That they see, I'm happy now.
Yeah.
Or as close to perfect as possible, right? Perfect or as close to perfect as humanly possible.
JJ, my man.
What's up, Nico? What's up, boys? Hello, Marco. Tim.
By the way, JJ, you just came on, but I'm gonna be wrapping this stream up.
Yeah, that was my secret tactic. And then I could say, Marco, I came on your show, and now you got to come on my after stream. No, I'm only kidding. I've been working on the Mustang all day, this piece of crap. But
I'm supposed to be going out for drinks with a viewer. Fuck, I don't know if I will.
No, all good.
I think I should.
Is it raining by you?
Oh, no, it's not raining. It's actually pretty nice outside, but I'm wondering if I want to go. Like, I'm not really in the mood, to be honest, but I should definitely go because we were supposed to go yesterday. I felt like crypto crap, so
right. Bring your rape whistle with you just in case. Do you know this person?
Marco.
What?
Where are you going?
Probably just for some beers or something. It's a private studio in Montreal, the guy who made the logos.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, he's cool. He's a cool guy.
Are we going on JJ or Tim?
I think.
Yeah, I got mine set for 8:45. Gonna hit Arch and then go after Arch. Unless I missed something. Anything go on today? What I missed? I haven't really been on today.
I missed quite a bit. Yeah, tomorrow we got Nico stream, lest we forget, right?
What time is it? 2 o'clock?
2 or 3.
7, my time, 7 or 8. The team, we're checking out if we're going to use OBS or StreamYard because they want to implement like these. So the editors are doing a live reaction thing, so they are doing that, and then that my partner's a good stream thing. She does that Twitch streams and she does OBS and also she knows everything of that. And then we've James, the technician, and then we need some your mods. That would mean the world because these chats go mad. Like that is mad. Slow chat is even fucking, and that is insane.
Yep.
I'm just gonna have fun. Like it's mad. It's mad.
Yeah, we should be on top of that the comments. I don't think it'll be a problem.
So I'm gonna definitely do a big shout out to you guys and make sure that people are gonna subscribe to you guys as well, and be ready to at least if we're using StreamYard that I could just pop someone on for the crack.
Right.
Okay.
So just send me the link in WhatsApp. I'll send it to the guys because we have like a group chat, so we can.
Yeah, if you can make a group chat and add me, then I can do that on the Nico Leonard channel. I can add you as mods already. You can do that.
Okay.
Fuck, that's barely the only thing I can do. Yeah. Oh, that's mad. Like. And the good thing is we announce it tomorrow morning, so it's always important to keep that time frame when you announce it very short towards the actual stream.
Right. Yeah, that should be fine. I gotta go tomorrow. I gotta go buy out my car because they have no leases over here. It's like insane. You can't even get anything. They have no cars. So I'm just buying out my lease for now. And tomorrow I'm going to go do that. But I'm going to bring my laptop with me. So even if I got to do it from the Mercedes dealership, I'll just do it.
I appreciate that.
I'll just do it there while I'm waiting.
On whose channel are we going to go now, Tim?
I think
JJ.
Archie's coming on now. And then after Arch, I got a stream set up for 8:45. So another hour and 45 minutes from now.
I'll come on Arch for the crack.
Alrighty, boys. I'm going to end this broadcast on that note, guys. Thank you so much for joining. I want to thank Nico, as always. Thank you so much, Watch Sasquatch, for joining us again.
Thank you very much, mate. Thank you. Ali, thank you very much. How do I pronounce your name?
Ali's fine.
Ali, fine. Thank you very much.
We got JJ who joined in the last couple of minutes.
Sorry.
All good. Tim, thank you so much. Appreciate it greatly.
JJ, I'll tune in tonight for sure.
Okay, yeah, I'll be on an hour and 45 minutes after Arch. As soon as Archie's done, I'm coming on. So
right. Be sure to check out Archie's stream, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for joining, guys.
Cheers.